time for a special voiceover version of Weekly Intel brought to you from Ultimo GG. I'm Gus.
And the voice you're now hearing is Jay. This week's Intel includes information on a Riders Republic beta test, the Metroid Dread storyline, and all the usual latest updates and release news.
We start off with the current theme of delays, this time for the upcoming Evil Dead the game that should have seen a release later this year. The multiplayer horror instead will now see a release in February 22.
Saber Interactive and Boss Team Games released a statement that the delay will allow time for them to polish the gameplay and give players the ultimate Evil Dead experience. To ensure that, the game includes new dialogue from character Ash, voiced by the OG himself Bruce Campbell. That's amazing. Players can either choose humans or deadites and use all sorts of weaponry, including the boomsticks and chainsaws, of course.
To soften the blow of the delay, there will now be a single-player mode for those who don't have multiplayer capability, aka losers. Evil Dead the game will be available to Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC users in, again, February 22. I'm sure that makes up for everything.
Yep, whilst currently in development, extreme sports game Riders Republic will have a beta test from the 23rd to 25th of August. The game will be released in late October for consoles, our friend Stadia, and PC via the Epic Game Store. Great to see more of the betas popping up, eh Gus?
Well, it makes sense. I mean, who wants all that complaining, right? Players can register interest now via Ubisoft's website. Those that gain access to the test will have the ability to roam a large open world, engaging in activities such as wingsuit flying, snowboarding, and biking across a number of American national parks. Nintendo have dropped a short trailer for its upcoming Metroid Dread game. The latest game in the Metroid series is set after 2002's Metroid Fusion and is set for an October 21 release.
The trailer offered a slight insight to the game's story, where players will control heroin bounty hunter Samus Aran facing a new enemy on planet ZDR. The action-adventure will retain its side-scrolling gameplay, as with other Metroid games, but add an element of stealth which we all love at Ultimo GG. That's right, stealth boys.
Cannot wait for that one. PlayerUnknown's Battleground now. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has changed its name this week. The online multiplayer battle royale game is now known as PUBG Battlegrounds. The change comes as publisher Krafton seeks to expand the PUBG brand even more. But the name change is the first step in this expansion.
Furthermore, PUBG Battlegrounds is available on a free-to-play this week and may, depending on feedback, move to this model in the very near future. And finally, claims that the upcoming XCOM Studio Fireaxis Marvel game will not include existing Marvel characters, but players will be able to create their own, were made this week. That is an interesting spin, quite like that.
Cool. More details on the game are expected to be released at this month's Gamescom, and Ultimo GG will of course keep you in the loop with all the news dropped at the event. What would your Marvel character be, Jay?
What would my Marvel character be? To be honest, I'm a massive Spider-Man fanboy, and it seems like a gross power, but I would take that. I would go with like sort of Spider-Man-esque powers, ability to climb and web swing or something. I mean, flight is the way forward, isn't it, really? Anybody that can really fly, Iron Man style, without a suit would be cool as well.
Cool, man.
Anyway, moving on to updates. We start with Pokemon Unite. Gus, I know you absolutely adore the Pokemon franchise, so you'll be pleased to hear that the latest update will rebalance most of your Pokemon, mate. Finally, the balance has come.
Nah, hate it. But for those that do, 14 of the 21 playable characters will see tweaked stats and moves to make the battles fairer and less lame. Next, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War will receive an update this week, seeing new multiplayer modes, maps, and new zombie features. New mode, Double Agent, will pit 10 players against each other to take on one of 3 roles that consist of Double Agent, Operative, and Investigator. Of course, Double Agents must kill everyone, which, to be fair, does sound super sweet.
Call of Duty Warzone also sees an update in its Season 5 of roadmap, which includes a 50v50 clash mode, as well as new weapons and operators. That update is available this week as well. On to releases now. This week's Epic Game Store title is open world single player Rebel Galaxy and will be free to download. Originally released in 2015, Rebel Galaxy gives players the freedom to pursue activities such as trading, pirating, and bounty hunting. All great activities.
Available this week across PS, Xbox, and Switch is Foreclosure. Set in a cyberpunk setting, the game is a narrative-driven action-adventure and follows Evan Kapnos, who has had his identity foreclosed, thus the clever title. To top that, Evan has been stripped of his job, brain implants, and access to the city blockchain. Bad day at the office, Evan, but good luck getting all of that back.
That's right, we've covered it in previous episodes, but finally Hades sees its release on PS and Xbox. The epic next-gen adventure will allow players to wield mythical powers, weapons of Olympus, and escape the clutches from the God of Death. The God of Death!
So if those dark and gritty games didn't float your boat, Perhaps Paw Patrol Adventure City Calls will be the fluffy adventure that you've been craving. Choose your favorite character, be it Chase, Sky, or City Girl Liberty, and save Adventure City from the evil Mayor Humdinger.
Finishing up on releases now, Switch users can purchase Shadowverse Champions Battle, which is an RPG card battle game. Players will need to build their card decks and strategies to strive for victory. Well, that's it for another episode. We'd love to do these, so thanks for watching, or listening in this case.
As ever, please subscribe to the channel and give us that all-important like or comment. We'll see you next time at Ultimo GG Intel. Thanks.
Nice one, guys. Peace.